We're on.
All right. All right, I'd like to welcome everyone to the May 18th, 2023 meeting of the Delaware County Board of Commissioners. Would you please rise and join me in the pledge? I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you. I'm Jeff Benton, President of the Board this year. To my left is Vice President, fellow Commissioner Gary Merrill. To my right is fellow Commissioner Barb Lewis, our Administrator Tracy Davies. Is Eric here? No. Deputy Administrator Don Houston. Our clerks today, Sarah DeNova and Jennifer Walraven. We can begin.
Resolution number 23-420, in the matter of approving the electronic record of proceedings from regular meeting held May 15th, 2023.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Vote.
Vote on motion 23-420. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
We do have public comment this morning. Mr. Russell Hill would like to speak.
Okay. Welcome.
I simply ask, in your view, is the property owner responsible for correcting a drainage problem which was created by the county?
Well,
I'm not sure I
I'm not sure
understand
that's an
your...
appropriate
Yeah.
question to ask
Yeah,
the board.
we're-
We don't have enough
We're
information
not-
to even
we're not
comment on
experts.
that.
Well, can you?
Well, sir, could you repeat your question, please?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it...
In your view, is the property owner responsible for correcting a drainage problem created by the county?
Boy, sounds like a misleading question.
Yeah, that's a,
You're
that's a
asking, yeah.
very big
You're
question.
asking us to comment on something we have no information on. We don't even know what the issue is. So that's a pretty, let's say, a theoretical question.
Okay?
Yeah.
We don't, I don't have the background to know what the problem is or what the concern is.
Obviously, Mr. Hill's a neighbor of mine, and I'm aware of the issue. There's a drainage issue on his property that I know they've been working with the engineer's office. I honestly don't know where that issue stands.
Well, it's been a year and a half and nothing has happened, and it's mowing season again, and I'm driving over the ruts, so.
Can we find more information? We can check.
Yeah,
As
we
to where
can,
it
but
is.
again, it's a complex issue.
Oh,
I've been
okay.
involved in it.
Okay, you
It is a
know.
very
Commissioner
complex
knows more about
issue.
we do.
Yeah.
And again, this is a public comment. It's not a
Okay.
debate. It's not a Q&A. It's, so you can go ahead with your comment. And again, the only thing I could do is refer to the engineer's office to respond. And I don't know if they're prepared to or not.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you.
Is it, so that's your comment then?
Well, I'd be curious in the hypothetical if you have an answer, but it doesn't seem like the property owner should be responsible for correcting a problem that was created when the road was widened. I'm sorry, in my view, okay?
Okay.
That's what I was wondering. In your view, you see it differently?
Again, it's a hypothetical question that could have all sorts of different twists
Exactly.
to it.
I have no knowledge, so let me give this a shot. So I have no knowledge, Commissioner Benton does, but it's difficult for a commissioner to respond to something you don't have all the information on. And that's the reason I'm reluctant to say, yes, I agree, no, I don't agree, because I don't think it'd be appropriate and be disrespectful for me to make that comment. Just say no, for example, or yes, I wouldn't be respecting the process. So I need to know a lot more than I know, and I think Commissioner Benton's advice, you apparently have reached out to the engineer's office. I would encourage you to continue that process, and at some point, I need to know more than I know before I could even comment. So you're certainly welcome to send me an email with more information, and I think Commissioner Lewis or Commissioner Benton would probably say the same thing, but that's...
I have had a number of emails with the engineers, and I haven't gotten a response since the last one I sent, which was in December, so I didn't know what else to do other than come here and see what happens. So,
If you'll send me the information, so I know more than I know, give me the history. I'll be happy to reach out to the engineer's office and ask the appropriate questions, but I can't comment not knowing more than
No, I understand that.
your address.
Okay,
So, okay,
very good.
Okay.
thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, Sarah?
That brings us to item number 3, resolution number 23-421, in the matter of approving purchase orders, then and now certificates and payments of warrants in batch number CMA PR 0517, and memo transfers in batch number MCA PR 0517.
So moved.
Second,
Discussion, vote?
Vote on motion 23-421. Mr. Merrill?
aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 23-422, in the matter of accepting the treasurer's report for the month of April 2023.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, vote?
Vote on motion 23-422. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 23-423, in the matter of approving the invitation to bid for appliances for the Delaware County Bixby campus.
So moved.
Second,
Discussion?
Good morning, John Melvin, Director of Facilities. This will put out to bid for all the appliances such as coffee makers, microwaves, refrigerators for the Bixby project for all the buildings. Working with King, they did not have a cooperative purchasing agreement that we could purchase these items through, so we're going to bid it out as we approach completion out there.
Okay,
What's the date again?
yeah.
We're
Sorry.
existing building, very end of July right now. We're looking at a temporary occupancy the week of July 24th for the existing building
Okay.
and the end of August for the new Sheriff's Administration building.
Okay. Thank you, John. We know you're doing your best.
All right, Sarah, then let's vote.
Vote on motion 23-423. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
aye.
Thanks, John.
Resolution number 23-424, in the matter of approving a permit for use of the Delaware County facilities.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion,
Good morning, Commissioners. Jane Hawes, Director of Communications. We have before you an application to use the Union Street parking lot this weekend by the organizers of the Delaware Arts Festival. They'll have a shuttle bus running, transporting people back and forth through the different areas that are being used downtown. So we recommend your approval.
okay, vote?
Vote on motion 23-424. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 23-425, in the matter of reappointing members to the Delaware County Local Corrections Planning Board.
So moved.
Second,
Discussion,
With this one, the commissioners are responsible for appointing the 2 public-at-large members to this board, as well as approving the roster of appointees from the different organizations that also, by statute, have to supply people to represent on this board. We have Sai Kile and Neil Patel, who are interested in being reappointed to their positions, and we recommend their approval.
I sit on that board too, and I'm so glad they're signing up again.
That's right, you are.
all right, vote, please.
Vote on motion 23-425. Mr. Merrill?
aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution
Thank you,
number 23-426, in the matter of adopting an updated identification card and key fob policy.
So moved.
Second,
Discussion,
Good morning, Commissioners. Dawn Houston, Deputy Administrator. And this policy update is mainly surrounding language cleanups and recognizing current practice for our key fobs and identification cards. The biggest change really is just indicating that if a second card is lost within the same calendar year, that the employee would be responsible for reimbursement of that expense at the current cost. The costs of the key fobs currently are in flux, and I know our facilities department is looking into potentially a new system that would be much cheaper in terms of the fobs that we purchase for our employees. So if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them for you.
okay, vote, please.
Vote on motion 23-426. Mr. Merrill?
aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Thank
Res-
you.
Resolution number 23-427, in the matter of approving a supplemental appropriation for the Olentangy Crossing TIF Fund.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Good morning, Rob Riley, Chief Deputy Engineer. This resolution involves the Olentangy Crossing TIF. This is the Kroger Marketplace on Route 23 and that surrounding area. This TIF was established, nearly 20 years ago, and it initially paid for some of the public improvements in the area, including the work on Lewis Center Road, the turn lane upgrades on Route 23, and some of the other area infrastructure improvements. That TIF currently has a balance, and we have spoken with Orange Township. We have Michelle Bonney and Silas Bowers here from Orange Township. Orange Township has made a request to make use of some of those funds in the current TIF balance to resurface the streets in the TIF area. I would note that the eligible uses of that TIF are really limited to the immediate TIF area. The initial TIF language did not provide for use very far beyond that immediate TIF area. So we think it's an appropriate use. Those streets are, again, nearly 20 years old at this point and need to be repaved and some repairs done. So I would defer to either Michelle or Silas if you have any other questions, but that's the background on this.
But the proposed uses are within the TIF area?
That's correct.
Okay. And it is a permitted use in your opinion?
Yes,
Okay.
And you support it?
we do.
Okay. Vote, please.
Vote on motion 23-427. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rob.
Thank you.
It is not yet 9:45
Yeah, I can't
for
open
our
the
hearing,
hearings
so
yet.
we can skip ahead to public, or administrator reports.
Nothing today. I have nothing either.
Okay, Commissioner Merrill?
We have a COYC meeting this evening at 4 o'clock, so
Annual meeting and regular meeting.
that's correct. We have two meetings today. And we both had the privilege of attending Dr. Jones' event at the Strand. I believe it was Monday night. And the comments from a number of people was very illuminating about the role he's played in our county over the last 15 years. And it was well attended, and I enjoyed it. And of course, Commissioner Benton read the resolution that we had voted on that morning. Also that afternoon, we had the barn event for the ribbon cutting for a roof, and it sounds kind of odd. They did not go on the roof.
Right.
But although I think Jane suggested that, I assume she was being sarcastic.
Yes.
And that was interesting, and that's a wonderful building that's been saved and protected by Historical Society, and we're very fortunate to have it in our county, and that's really all I have today.
Okay.
I had the pleasure of being at Orange Township earlier this week, as everyone said goodbye to Trustee Grumbles. And good to see Michelle again this week, and enjoyed being there. That's it.
Okay, Commissioner Merrill covered most of my agenda.
Well, that's good. I'm obviously on the other end of that. Good.
Yeah, I did go to the Council on Area Aging Agency, I think it's the COAAA is what that stands for, to introduce and recognize two Hall of Fame recipients for that organization. Two of our local residents, Eileen Brenner and Delma Jackson, both of whom are just hugely, we signed the resolution that we approved, and just hugely involved in many organizations, charitable organizations in the community. So it was really neat, very well attended. They were honored, and nice event. Chamber lunch today is the Sheriff's Communications team, and then the PGA tournament has teed off, so I'm sure everybody's going to want to get home and watch that. We do not have executive session, right?
We do.
Oh, we do have executive session,
Yeah.
okay, but we'll do
Yeah.
the hearing first.
If we could, can kill about 10 more seconds.
Oh, all right. There we go.
It is now 9:45. Public hearing for consideration of a petition from Orange Township Board of Trustees requesting vacation of a portion of Third Street in the unincorporated village of Lewis Center, Orange Township, Delaware County, Ohio, under the special procedures of RC 5553.045.
So moved.
Second.
We don't need to, okay, yeah, we've changed the
We just-
procedures.
yeah.
Mayor can
Okay.
actually do a resolution to open the hearing.
Oh,
The hearing
okay.
is just hereby open,
Okay.
which Sarah has read the announcement. Okay, the public hearing for the consideration of this petition is now in session, so I will read the process we'll go through today. I'd like to welcome everyone to the public hearing for the consideration of the vacation of a portion of Third Street in the unincorporated village of Lewis Center. There is a sign-in sheet circulating the room. We ask you to please sign the sheet to indicate your attendance. The Delaware County Board of Commissioners received a petition filed by the Orange Township trustees for the Delaware County Board of Commissioners to adopt a resolution ordering a portion of Third Street, a township road in the unincorporated village of Lewis Center, Orange Township, Delaware County, Ohio, be vacated. We'll hear a summary from the county engineer. Following the summary presentation, there'll be time for questions from the board. And after board questions, the board will hear from any interested owners that wish to testify. We'll first call out all those who wish to testify in favor of the vacation. We'll then call all those wishing to testify in opposition to the vacation. Before testifying, you'll be asked to take an oath. The board will then close the public hearing after all testimony and evidence has been presented. And after listening to the testimony and the report of the engineer, the board will determine if the vacation requested in the petition would be for the public convenience or welfare. So, county engineer, anybody going to make any presentation?
Morning, Rob Riley, Chief Deputy Engineer. This, as you know, this petition involves vacation of a portion of Third Street in the unincorporated village. We have no objection to this. This street is very unlikely to be used in the future, and so don't have much to add to that, but certainly can answer any questions you may have.
Good. Is the street in existence? Has it been paved?
It is
today?
not improved. This is
Okay.
this was a platted street.
Okay,
that
I
was
didn't
never
think there
improved.
was any.
Yes.
Okay. Any other remarks, comments? Doug, you got up? No? You're just returning the sign-in sheet. Okay. All right, does the board have any other questions for the engineer?
I don't.
I don't think so at the moment, so.
Okay. So now, after hearing the brief report from the engineer, we'll now hear from any interested owners that wish to testify, first of all, in favor of the petition. Okay, come forward. And I will swear you in if you wouldn't mind. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, if you could identify yourself and your address, we're recording, so we need to have it
Yes.
for the record.
I'm Reverend Susan Ritchie. I'm the minister of the North Unitarian Universalist Congregation, whose property abuts all sides of this stub of Third Street. I'm a resident of Columbus at 300 Lenape Drive.
Okay.
Anyway, we strongly support this. We're really glad that the Orange Township brought this to our attention, and all in favor. It's just a very short stub, if you've heard, an unimproved street, and it would be lovely to not have to, we'd love it.
Yeah,
All right,
thank you.
thank you. Okay, anybody else wish to speak in favor of the petition? Okay, last call. Anybody else want to speak in favor of the petition? Michelle? All right.
You're a little bashful there.
Yeah. Had to get to last call before we got you up here.
Well, good morning, Commissioners. My name is Michelle Bonney, Orange Township's Administrator. We're also in favor of vacating that portion
Let
of the
let me
road.
swear you in.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, you may continue.
Again, Michelle Bonney, Orange Township Administrator. The township, on behalf of the trustees, are also in favor of vacating this portion of the road. We don't have any future use for it, and we're happy to support their site improvement project.
Okay,
Thank you.
very good. Thanks, Michelle. All right. Anybody else testifying in favor of the petition, the vacation of the stub road? Okay, last chance. In favor? Okay, now we'll go to those who wish to speak in opposition to this petition. Again, there's no obligation to speak either in favor or in opposition. So, again, anyone wishing to speak in opposition to this petition? Okay, well, hearing no further testimony, we will close the hearing. I think that's the next step, then, right?
Yes.
And we don't have to vote on that?
No, we do not.
Okay. The hearing is hereby closed, and we can discuss the matter a minute now.
Based on the testimony I've heard, and there was no opposition, and with the support of the township, I would suggest that we read the petition in support.
Okay, Sarah?
Resolution number 23-428, in the matter of granting the petition from the Orange Township Board of Trustees requesting vacation of a portion of Third Street in the unincorporated village of Lewis Center, Orange Township, Delaware County, Ohio, under the special procedures of RC 5553.045.
So moved.
Second.
Any further discussion? All right, let's take a vote, Sarah.
Vote on motion 23-428. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye. All right, the vacation of that road is hereby approved. Hearing is closed, but we do now go into executive session. We have
Correct.
some topics for executive session.
Resolution number 23-429, in the matter of adjourning into executive session for consideration of employment and compensation of a public employee or public official.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 23-429. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
All right, we're now in executive